Mel Robbins. So if your second name is Robbins, you're probably going to do quite well. Put up a picture of Mel Robbins on the screen, Dan. Put up a picture of Mel Robbins with a BBC on the screen. No, the right BBC. Okay, perfect. All right, let's move on. Okay, so if you're a copywriter and you want to work in this niche with so much money, I said niche again. So if you are a copywriter and you want to make money in this niche, you're probably someone who actually subscribes to some of the content here. You probably see David Goggins stuff. I've watched David Goggins. I've taken his book. It's great. It's helped me a lot. And so if I wanted to be a copywriter and work with people like that, I would already have a natural interest in this niche anyway. So I might work with somebody in this niche and be like, all right, yeah, I actually understand the pain points because I've been through them. Like, I've been through difficult times in my life and I've been able to overcome them. I can specifically point to the pain points I had. Like, let's say I used to be a bit overweight and I just ate too many KFCs, and basically what happened was I would go on a night out and I would wear a t-shirt and a shirt over the top of it to cover up my man boobs. And this is something that you could highlight in your copy and make sure that people understand, because if you can write that, and someone with man boobs who wears a shirt over the t-shirt, which is every guy who's overweight does the same thing, don't even lie about it. And if you could appeal to those in your copy, that could be like in the first couple of lines of your copy, they're going to be really hooked. So if you can write really well in that niche, people are going to see that and people are going to get a lot more sales and they're going to hire you more and you're going to make more money. So the big bucks are in mindset, meditation, sport, health and relationships, dating coaches, divorce attorneys, all these kind of people. There's so many people making money with either courses or coaching or one-to-one support. And if you can be a copywriter and write their VSLs or their sales pages or their Instagram content or their emails, you can make so much money. So if you need a niche to work with, this is a great one. Number 4, real estate. Real estate agents make money every single day, hand over fist, and you can help them do it. You can help real estate agents write descriptions for properties. Let's say I'm going to buy an apartment in Dubai. I'm going to click on that, look at some pictures, and probably read the description. And see if the description is really shit. I'm probably going to be instantly turned off, because I'm like, if I'm handing over this much money and this website couldn't even be bothered to hire a good copywriter and write some decent description, they are probably not going to take the time to clean that apartment. There's probably rats living in the apartment. So I don't want to live in a rat infested apartment, and neither do you, which is why real estate is a really good niche to work with as a copywriter, because you can write their descriptions, you can write their Instagram content. Again, you can write like sales emails. So maybe someone subscribes for real estate coaching or real estate updates on their local area. I want to buy properties in the local area. I need somebody to write something about it for. This is where you come in and make some fucking money. And if you can increase their conversions with your words, and you can prove that by having previous case studies, or if you don't know how to do it without case studies, there's a video on my channel. If you can do that, they will hire you. And real estate agents are the flashiest people of all time. You know they have money. I know they have money. They wear gilets like this. I wear these professional outfits for YouTube because I think it looks good and I think you respect it more. So instead of wearing like what I would probably rather wear, which is a Real Madrid jersey, I wear this shit. Anyway, number 3, the good old e-commerce niche. E-commerce is one of the best niches if you're a beginner copywriter, because there's so many different forms of copy that will work here. Email flows are absolutely insane. This is where you could basically write a flow of emails that whenever a user signs up to a website, let's say you go on Nike.com and they're like, pop up 10% off if you sign up for our email list. You click yes. In the next 30 days, you're probably going to be sent a flow of like 10 different emails from Nike. And depending on whether you click on an email, you might be sent another email that's similar and said, hey, we saw that you clicked on this email and we wanted to offer you a special discount on the shorts you were looking at. So you can create email flows like this. If you learn email marketing and copywriting, ba-bam, then you can learn email copywriting and marketing. Why am I saying the same thing? Whenever you get good enough at copywriting and you generate real client results, you can actually take a percentage of the money that you generate for your clients. So let's say you're working with an e-commerce company. There are plenty of agencies out there right now, and I know students of mine who have gone off, taken my 6-figure freelancer program, made a ton of money, and what they do is they work with companies and they're like, okay, I just generated you an extra 50k in revenue with your e-com store. So what is going to happen is next month you're going to pay me 10% of the profit that you generate from your sales, and I'm going to write your email flows. And that's a win-win for the business owner, because they're like, okay, all I have to do is pay this guy a commission on how much money I make, and the guy gets a commission off of all of the hard work of the business owner and all of the other elements of this business that are making it money. And so that's how you can really scale your income as a copywriter. So e-commerce niche, absolutely sick. Go for it. Number 2, the tech industry. So I've just looked up a really boring statistic that says the industry is expected to grow by 5.4% in 2024. I personally don't give a shit about that, and you probably don't either, but what that means is billions and billions more dollars are being poured into technology. People are spending a lot more money on tech, and that's where you can get your money out of. Specifically, if you can work with software as a service or SaaS companies, you can make a lot of money. The same goes for cybersecurity companies. Hey, you want to keep your password safe? Why don't you use our software? It's $50 a month. This is an email that was written by a copywriter, and we want you to buy our service. There is so much money in that because the margins are so huge. Tech can be literally made, like softwares are just profit generating machines because you put the money into it once and it generates money over a long period of time. And if you can write copy for these companies, they don't give a shit how much they pay you. They just want to make more money and they want someone to take that headache away. So this is why working with SaaS companies, even these AI companies, I've met people in Dubai recently who have AI companies and they have so much money to burn, it's insane. And finally, number 5, the money printing machine. This is what I call health and wellness. Now listen to me very closely. Every single human on earth wants to look and feel better. So that means every single person on earth has probably a million problems that they need to be solved, which they will buy products for. This is why these industries are so valuable. Again, boring statistic inbound. The US fitness industry alone is expected to be worth $434.74 billion by the end of 2028. That is a fucking tropic river of money that you can make. And I've written down some of the most profitable sub-niches in the health and wellness space for you in this video. I've gone to such lengths to actually write this down. So you can work with personal trainers. I know so many personal trainers who are generating so much cash. I've been to events where people are making like 20, 30, 40, 50 grand per month selling personal training services. You imagine if you've ever watched the show Succession, you are the personal trainer for Roman Roy in one of the first episodes where the guy basically just pays him to like rub his back. And you know for a fact that an absolute billionaire is going to pay you a fortune to do that. You also see people selling all of their products for like 2K, like their services. I pay a personal trainer for the last 2 years because it saves me a lot of effort and thinking in the gym. He just does all my work for me. So there's so much money working with personal trainers because they write Instagram content, they put up stories, they put up posts, they put up emails, they have sales pages, they have VSLs, they even might want you to write a sales script for them to take calls with potential clients. So there is a lot of work in personal trainer copywriting and you can make a lot of money from it. And these people will happily pay you because again, their profit margins are huge. The second one I've written down here is fitness brands. So this goes for any e-commerce fitness brand. So we're kind of cheating here. We're going back to e-commerce, but you know, fitness brands works. Also gyms. Gyms love to run ads on Facebook and Instagram to fill their gym. So if you can write those ads for them, write email sequences, write sales pages, you can get people to sign up for gyms with your copy and make a lot of money in the process. We also have nutrition products, which are like supplements. Oh my God, there's so much money in supplements. You think about that athletic greens that you always see on Joe Rogan and every other podcast. They sell basically vegetables in a powdered bag that are worth about $2 and they sell it for $97. That's an e-commerce company. And if you can write copy for a company like that or a supplement company where it's basically the same thing, the product costs about $3 and they make like $1,000 markup. It's insane. You can make so much money. And finally, you could write for fitness influencers or creators. And you're probably wondering, how do I do that? Well, you could write scripts for their YouTube or Instagram videos or their TikToks that would help them get more views. They would happily pay you for that. I would happily pay for people to help me write content for my YouTube channel, my Instagram page, because if it can help me make more content that helps the people that follow me, I will happily have someone go out and do research and be like, okay, people want more help with this, so I'm just going to pay them to write something about it, and then I can look at it and talk a little bit more about it on YouTube and expand on it. In this lesson, I'll show you why most beginners never land a single client with their cold DMs and how you can apply my exact DM strategies that I've used. I'm literally going to show you an example of a client that was worth $200,000. So let's just jump in. In this video, I just want to literally show you my actual DMs in Twitter, Instagram, email, the stuff that people send me all the time, and show you why it's bad and show you how to do it right and how to actually get clients and make money as a copywriter, right? So why your outreach is like this. I just typed in dog cleaning own shit and found that picture, and how to outreach like me. and I will do a 5-second who I am, me looking cool, made 100k at 22, worked with all the biggest companies in the world, got all these results and like a million more for beginners like you. And this is my main channel, which you can find all on your own time. So let's just go to Twitter. So Christ almighty, this is the DMs I get. Some of these are absolutely hilarious, right? And I don't mean to like rag on these guys, but like this is just terrible, right? So I will show you why. So let's just break it down. First off, hi Matt, needy, weak. I'm not going to work with somebody who's like, hey Matt, like if you know, treat it like you're trying to pull a girl in the club, right? You're not going to run over to her like flailing your arms like, you know, like a zesty MF. You're going to run over. You're not going to run over at all. You're going to play it cool, right? So sending exclamation marks should not be part of your copy whenever you're outreach to people at all. And if you're in my private group, you'd know that. But I'm not going to plug that right now. I was watching your video about copywriting in 2024. You'd want to spell that right. Some heavy stuff right there. Good job, man. Doesn't even tell me what he's doing. Awful. Yeah. Hi, Matthew. He spelled like best regards, John. So he's obviously copy and pasted this from like ChatGPT, and it says remove the brackets. He hasn't removed them. So I want to show you like more actionable examples, because there are some people who think their outreach is actually good. It's easy to look at these really terrible examples and be like, oh yeah, that's obviously terrible. I would never do that. So let me run through. So this is a guy who sent me some voice note, which I suppose I could listen to. Hopefully this isn't that bad. Oh, no, I'm not accepting that. Basically, it's some voice note and it's his website, and I'm not interested because it's basically just like there's nothing personalized to me here. He doesn't show me that he's went out of his way. I once hired somebody on Twitter because they actually tweeted at me with a literal edit of my video. They tweeted out an edit of my video and they're like, hey, I done this for you. And I was like, oh, this guy's actually put out to his 1,000 followers or whatever that he's done a little bit of outreach. He's doing his outreach in public, which is not something people typically do. And he's also done a good job, and he's done it in public. It's just like, looks way better, right? Whereas this guy's just sending the most basic stuff ever. Pointless. Pointless. What do you think? Is it worth a call? Pointless. Can't even, don't send me links, bro. If you're going to send me a link, it better be a loom. I block people like this. I don't know if this guy's blocked me. I don't know why he has, but I basically block most of these guys. And yeah, look, this is just the average thing I get. And I know you're copywriters, and a lot of these guys are like, yeah, basically these guys are all pitching me different things like video editing, sales. But like you just see, like I'm a business owner, right? And this should be an example of like the terrible stuff that you see normal people doing. And then I'm going to show you the unbelievable copy and outreach that I did to get massive clients, right? Again, this is just, this guy actually wrote a script and it was terrible. I could run through all of these and show you more and more and more examples. There's literally hundreds and hundreds of DMs, and I'm not going to do that, right? Even on Instagram, let's just show you. So people wanting to coach. And then, yeah, if we go in here. So, hey, Matthew. Yeah, terrible. Basic, terrible, don't care. Again, here's another one. Hey Matthew, you want to check in, blah, 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 you know, just boring. No one cares. Like, sending a cool DM is fine if you do it right, but most people don't know how to do it. So I'm now going to show you something that is not just a cold DM, but this actually landed me clients, people who are literally generating like 100 grand a month. I've worked, as I said, with some of the biggest companies in the world and with a lot of big businesses in the info space. And like, you don't reach out to these people like they're just another, you know, like they're just another number on your on your like your lead list that you've bought, right? So you don't just spam through like 1,000 people a day and try and get their business, because you're just never going to get any business. You're never going to get people who are actually making money and could actually pay you money, because these people are busy. I've just shown you, we get hundreds of these messages. Nobody wants to see them. So now I'm going to show you basically what I did to get some massive clients. So I joined this group, right, which I will just show you. I joined this group called WeTube SS, and it was like $1,000. I was in a bar one night, and I saw this was launched, and I was like, there's going to be a lot of people here with a lot of money joining this because it's $1,000, and if people have $1,000 to spend on a small community, they'll probably have more money for me to make off working with them. So I just joined this and I started posting like lots and lots of content in here, and you can see like I'm getting like good engagement. This is like I'm actually posting high value stuff, right? So the first thing I did, well, not the first thing, but one of the things I did was I said, want your YouTube channel reviewed. I do 25k a month from YouTube organic. And I goes, hey everyone, I run a channel in a micro niche and we make around 25k a month from YouTube organic. Yeah, I've seen hundreds of beginners try and do the same, and they don't know how to do it, right? And then I basically show them, I'm like, hey, look, I've got this big result. Now this was for me. You're probably not going to have these results for yourself when you start out, but we'll show you how to get results. If you're a paid member, we'll show you how to get results. I'll give you some free advice. I would recommend you basically get some case studies up front. You do free work, but there is a bit of finesse to it, right? Which I'm not going to reveal here for free, because I reveal a lot of stuff, but I can't reveal everything, because then why would people pay me at all? So this is pretty much what I did, right? I just showed like examples from my channel and showed them how to do their businesses, and then all these people were basically commenting, hey, here's my YouTube channel, please review my channel, please review my channel. I offered you a free loom. I was like, I'm going to take 30 minutes out of my day and go and loom you a video reviewing your channel and showing you that I know what I'm talking about. And these are like easy responses. So like if we click one of these videos, right? So this guy sent me his channel, and this guy actually became a client of mine. I met him in Dubai, and yeah, made him a lot of money and generated results. As you can see, that's FATU right there, the fat version of me a couple of years ago.
So today
we'll move. So look, 17 minutes. How many of you are setting 17-minute breakdowns as your outreach to get people as a client? Very, very few of you, I would imagine, right? Very, very few. So this was like an 18-minute breakdown, and then I had a big conversation with him in the DMs. As you can see, like, look, so he was so excited, bro. He was so excited. Give it a watch. Glad I could help. I was just like, I'm happy to, you know, help you, blah, blah, blah. You know, like basically just dropping. What was this one? This was, again, 18 minutes. Let's see, what else was I doing? This guy. Not all of these guys, like actually only one of these guys, I'm pretty sure, turned into a client. Again, 18 minutes. I don't know if they're all 18 minutes. Yeah, they pretty much are. I think I just broke down everybody's, but I spent 18 minutes maybe on all of them. But no, I actually think I think they were all individual. I don't know. I can't remember. But the point is, I spent a lot of time on this, and I made it clear that what I was going to give them was valuable, right? And look at the amount of people. And then I just didn't have time for these people, right? More of these. Then I started giving like real context. So it's like, people, you can pause this if you want. It's not going to be valuable if you're a complete beginner, but I basically made a lot of value, and then I got a lot of like 51 comments. So a lot of people posted, bro, DM these people. DM these people. They're interested. They know they know that I think about stuff that they're interested in. I knew that they were all interested in growing with YouTube, because this was like a community about growing profitable community businesses off of YouTube. So I was like, I have more experience than most of these guys. I can probably teach them something. And so what you need to do as a beginner copywriter is get experience doing something. So you probably have something you have a little bit more knowledge about than the average person, and especially business owners. Like you can dial really deep into like email marketing, or you know, a certain type of copywriting, like YouTube script writing or something, and you can post value into communities of people who need value. So these people I identified, I was like, I need to join groups, even if I have to pay, where the people in them will need value about this thing. And then when I give them that free value, I didn't even ask for anything. I just DM'd them and started a conversation, and then they asked me more about what I do. And then I plugged them with basically sales reps, and like I helped them with loads of different stuff, and basically closed a couple of really big deals off that. And then look, I just reviewed more. I made more posts, more content, people messaging, people commenting. Hit them up. Hey, was this valuable? Do you want any more value? Just complete value to people. That's all it is. Just giving value over and over again. Again, more value, just dropping loads of tools, like literally as much value as I humanly could. And so that's the difference. That is the difference. You actually spend time on helping people. You actually have to get good at something as well, though. Like if you choose to be a copywriter, Like most copywriters, right? They literally write for like 6 days, and then they'll go out and they'll be like, oh, I'm ready to get clients now. And then they'll send out 1,000 cold DMs because some other guru, will not name them, some other guru told them, send out DMs and say, are you doing anything with email? Bro, you're not going to get business that way. Like, I can tell you, I am, I've worked with brands. I'm not going to keep going on about it, but it's like, these companies do not give a shit if you say that. I'm going to be honest. These companies do not care. So you have to actually put effort in. You have to demonstrate expertise in something and provide lots of value for free up front. That is the way I would do it. That's the way I even run this channel, right? I would like to get you guys to work with me. This is how I get coaching clients for my business. Is I post free YouTube videos here. I give you loads and loads and loads of value. And then when you decide that you're going to take it seriously, most people don't even decide. Most people say, okay, no, I just want the free value. And I'm like, that's cool. I just want to make this free value. I know some people will like this stuff and book a call with me and get coached by me. And I know I can deliver value because we get all these insane results. And it's like, that's what I do. It's like I post value and then people book calls with us. And then we say, hey, are you ready to actually start getting copywritten clients, start making money? And if they're ready to commit with us, I can tell that they're ready to commit to building a business. And it just is way easier for us to get them results, because most people don't take it seriously when they want to actually make money with copywriting. If you're watching this far in the video, I guarantee like 90% of the people who click this video aren't watching anymore. So like, you are probably a little bit more committed. You just need to understand, like, you have to put a little bit more effort in, guys, because yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm not going to ramble on anymore. The next few lessons are going to be insanely valuable. They're going to be stitched together, and I'm going to show you a few tools called Reddit and Canva, and these are tools that you can use to get clients and also come up with very creative ways to write copy. Let's jump in. If you're a copywriter, this is going to be the single most impactful video you ever watch, and you're about to see why. So last night I stumbled on this video on YouTube about using Reddit to make millions of dollars online. It really caught my eye, and I had a massive eureka moment, which I want to share with you. This video is going to break it down very simply and show you, number one, how to find clients and close them on Reddit, and number two, how to do market research for your copywriting projects that will absolutely blow your sales numbers out of the water. So let's get into it. So this is a document that I've put together, including all the tools you'll use for this method, and you can find the link in the description down below to grab it for free. I recommend you open it now and follow along with this video while I do it. So where do we start and what are we looking for here? Well, we're looking for specific niches. A niche is simply a group of people who all have the same problem or main desire. And you can actually find multiple groups of people who have the same problem or desire, which is where this method comes in. So here's a Venn diagram to explain this. I know it looks complicated, but I'll break it down really simply. As you can see, we have two main big circles. On the left, we have personal trainers, and on the right, we have fitness supplement companies. So these are two niches. These are two groups of business owners who will have problems in their business that will need to be solved by a contractor or by a freelance copywriter like yourself. Now, on the left and on the right, you can see that there are individual problems that each of these businesses have. Personal trainers will have random problems like coaching bottlenecks, getting more case studies, lead generation, and fitness supplement companies will have shipping delays, ad cost, low LTV. I use them to show you that these businesses both have their own unique problems, but they also have problems that are not unique to them. Problems that could be solved by the same person and problems that they have in common. So as you can see in the middle, we have sales emails. So what this diagram wants to show you is that personal trainers and fitness supplement companies both want to make more money through their email list, and they both need sales emails written by a copywriter, which is where you come in. So now I'm going to show you the first part of this method. So if you want to find copywriting clients, you can find completely untapped niches full of business owners for you to work with. These will be businesses that aren't commonly targeted by freelancers or people who watch Iman Gadzhi videos and go and cold DM a million people. So we're going to copy and paste this entire prompt into ChatGPT. Now, as you can see, I've highlighted some sections at the bottom of this prompt, and these are sections that I want you to change. If everyone who watches this video copy and paste the exact same prompt, you're all going to find the exact same solution. You're looking to find your own unique way to get clients. But I've made it very easy for you here. So all you have to do is go in here and change exactly what you want to write for. So if you want to write for supplement companies, e-commerce businesses, you can do kind of what I've done here. But let's say you want to work with online coaches and consultants, you can change what I've put in here and you can copy and paste that into ChatGPT. So now we're in ChatGPT, let's just copy and paste this. It's going to pump out a list of keywords as it has here, which are keywords we could work with. I'm gonna jump on to another tool, then we're going to use this list of keywords to help us make some money. So this is the tool called Ankava, and as I said, it's free. In the description, there'll be a link to get this document. It includes the link to Ankava. You can't find it anywhere else. So I wanted to show you that here. As you can see, I've typed in e-commerce and it's given us loads and loads of different keywords that are related to e-commerce. And these are all different subreddits that you can explore as a copywriter. So let's break this down, as it looks really complicated if you've never seen it before. So I'm gonna go ahead and pick a random niche here. So I'm gonna look at something like dropshipping, because I know that there are a lot of dropshippers out there who basically run e-commerce businesses and need a lot of different copy written for them, such as emails or landing pages or Facebook ads. So now that we've chosen dropshipping, we've now decided on a subreddit that we want to use to get clients. So as you can see, it actually shows us some of the posts as well here from the subreddit. Now, if I were you, you would have to go and create a Reddit account, because you're going to need Reddit to actually use this method, because it's all on Reddit. But the first thing I can see here is that there's a problem. Someone has posted 2,500 visits, not even one conversion. I feel completely lost. So that is a person who is sending 2,500 people to their website and nobody's buying it. And if I were to just guess, I would probably say that it's because their copy is really bad, or they have a really poor advertising campaign, which a copywriter like yourself can come in and help them out with. But in this case, as I said, we're gonna look at dropshipping, and these keywords aren't very good for dropshipping niches, because from experience, I can just tell you that these are generally what coaches would provide as services, these sort of niches here. But when you go into dropshipping, you can also just look at different health niches. This will give you ideas. Like, you can literally just ask ChatGPT, hey, give me different types of e-commerce companies in the health industry. And this will give you ideas for different types of companies you can work with. So now that we have a niche of people that we can work with, how do we come up with a copywriting offer that we can sell to them? Well, I'm going to assume that if you're at this stage of outreaching to businesses, you've already done at least 30 pieces of copy and you've got some decent skills as a copywriter. So at this point, you need to just look at the niche you've found and figure out what type of copy their business uses. So if you've gone for health brands in the dropshipping space, you can dig through Reddit and find tons of early stage dropshippers who have stores and who are running ads and spending money on getting people on their stores, but have really poor converting copy. Now, in just a minute, I'm going to show you how to use these tools as though you're a business owner yourself. And the reason that's going to be so powerful for you is you're going to really understand what business products and services are trending at the moment for dropshippers or for any other type of business owner who might be running an e-com brand. And when you're able to think like the person that you want to work with, you'll really understand how to get through to them, because you can speak to them in their language. Once you've done this research that I'm about to show you how to do, you can then start conversations directly with people on Reddit just by going on their profile, opening a chat and saying hello. So I'm going to show you how to use these tools in a moment. I just now want to show you what you would actually say whenever you're starting a conversation with a business owner like this. And I want to show you how to actually find these people first. So once you get a Reddit account set up, you now want to go through the subreddit and find posts from people who have questions. You want to find people who have questions that demonstrate that they actually have some money to pay a copywriter. So you'll see some questions here about basically people who have like $30 of ad spend to run per week or something like that. Those people don't really have any money, and so there's no point messaging business owners who don't have money. So you want to speak to business owners in here that have said, hey, I've spent $1,000 or I've got this many thousand visits, and that way you're going to see people who are able to send thousands of people to their business. So that means they have some money to spend on a copywriter or on ads. Then once you find somebody who has some money to spend and who has a question or a problem in the community, you can go into that question that they have, dig into it, and see if you can find a good answer for it online. Now, you'll need to actually do some research here. You'll need to come across like you know what you're talking about, because you basically want to be able to provide value to this person and position yourself as a helpful, non-spammy